Hello and everyone, welcome to the Lone Star State 136 by LNS Customs here as we're at the Circuit of the Americas here with the Bluegrass Truck Series. So tonight it's going to be an interesting battle as we got a couple of drivers out on track right now. This is a kind of big track. So right now we're going to go on board here with Josh Lockwood. Looks like he is out on his track. Let me go ahead and get the track map pulled up here. Just don't know if it works in qualifying now that I look at it, but we will have that up actually whenever the race gets started. But right now we're riding on board here with that 95 machine. Let's see what that 95 machine has to set, as it looks like he might have set his first lap just then. No, it doesn't look like. Maybe had a little bit of an incident going off track or something like that. But we're going to go on board here with another driver. You see that 23 of Dean Klein, the second, currently out on the track. That 23 machine looking like he is coming through the corner here right now. Let's see what kind of lap he sets.
And here for the first time tonight, we on stream are going to get to see that 23 of Dean Klein, as it looks like he's got really wide into turn 11, down what a straightaway that feels like it never ends. That's the DRS zone for the open wheelers, Formula One cars, stuff like that. As we get this truck woed down, you'll hit that 150-meter braking zone about here. You'll see him getting locked up as he's going to go into a hard braking left-hander here, the turn 12 section, as this is where you'll see a lot of passing being made from that turn 11 as we get up here into turns 13, 14, and 15. Another slower section that you really got to roll the cars. You see that 23 just locking it up. This is very momentum track here, and the elevation change at Circuit of the Americas, it really brings a different dynamic to stock car racing. And man, who I love Circuit of Americas. I'm glad we got it on the Bluegrass schedule. Fourth race of the week or season here, as the trucks are going to roll their way out onto the Circuit of Americas for the Lone Star State 140. What was it? 136. My bad. I said 140. Bad at rounding up. But that 34, Jason Bridges, who is currently sitting on the pole position, 229.1 is his fastest lap. You see Ed Osborne setting a 226. So varying lap times from our top six right now, but it looks like we are going to have times all over the track here tonight, as a lot of these drivers not really comfortable with these road courses, and especially a very, very dynamic track like the Circuit of the Americas.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those tracks that you have to be on your A game. You know, as we're coming up in, we're riding on board here with that 88 of West Wiegand coming up here into that turns 3, 4, and 5. It's definitely really tricky coming up through here. As we're riding on here, you see it's a big left-hander to a right-hander. There's a big banana bump right there. Also right there, you see that you can hit those. I was watching drivers in practice actually hit them, and it looks like they were trying to do a two-wheeler impersonation. So right now, it looks like they got a couple of drivers currently sitting in that setting laps right now. It looks like Alex Healy just set himself into that second position. Jason Bridges still holding on to that pole position with that 220.91. David Brackett currently setting himself up into that third position with a 224 flat. Daniel Worthington just set a 222.85, so he has currently set himself up into that third place position. So a lot of these drivers getting it figured out here early on. That 113 saw him having a little bit of issues getting sideways coming through the corners there earlier, so maybe he got it figured out here as that 113, like we said, currently setting himself on that third place position. Right now, Josh McKinney in that, we'll go through the rest of the field. You see Doug Neal in that fifth spot. Ed Osborne in the sixth spot, Logan Russell in seventh, Josh McKinney has set himself in that eighth spot, Scott Madden in ninth.
It looks like a lot of people not going to make qualifying here tonight. As we see, we have 2 minutes left in qualifying. It only looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4 drivers that are out actually on the track, besides the drivers that are still already set times. So unless we got some guys improving, it looks like we're not going to get very many drivers here qualifying. And there's not much time left to make a last second ditch. 2 minutes, 20 seconds, about the lap time, 1 minute and 40. So yeah, there's physically no way drivers are going to be able to set. So your top 14 is set, and then the rest of the field will be randomized as iRacing will do what it wants to do with that. As it looks like, nope, we did get one more qualifier in, so I might be wrong, Chris. Lockwood, Bobby Hall, and Ron Morris Jr. may get an opportunity here to set a lap. It looks like Bobby Hall has been on a lap. He just got off track. Looks like he's damaged that race truck. Side of that 94 having something going wrong here. So it looks like he's not going to set a second lap either. So Bobby Hall Jr. looks like he's having a lot of issues. Taylor Peacock going to push himself up into 11th, and it looks like we're going to have about a minute left here in qualifying. But, just reiterate how difficult this track can be here tonight. It's one of those tracks that can catch all these drivers really off guard. It's very, very rhythm oriented, very, very heavy on the braking in a lot of sections. And you've got to really set the race truck up. The truck's going to want to get out from under you in almost every turn. You're not going to be able to set the truck up like you can for necessarily an oval where each turn is pretty much identical in a sense. It's very off camber here. You have so many elevation changes, so many sweeping right-handers, left-handers, whatever it may be. We got the S's, the straightaways, the hairpins. We've got it all here at the Circuit of Americas. Why I think this track, Watkins Glen and Virginia International Raceway, might be the three most premier racing circuits in the North American area. And Circuit of Americas is going to bring it all to these guys. They're going to have to be on their toes here tonight because that race truck is going to be on edge 24/7.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and go to the chat real quick before we get started with this race. It looks like we've got Chris LeBourgeois in the chat saying good luck, everyone. John Kinder in the Facebook chat saying good luck, boys. Troy Kettler in the chat saying good luck, 88. And then Akame Proctor saying let's go, boys. Let's have some fun tonight. And then I also see Rylan Greer over in Rylan over in the YouTube chat saying Kat and I have arrived. So we are getting started here.
Kat, know you found you on the cat, and now you're hanging out watching some Bluegrass. So we appreciate you, Rylan, for being here, buddy. Know you love some Bluegrass, and hell yeah, we're about to get this thing started. As you see that safety car that I can guarantee you does faster around this racetrack than those trucks. So it'll be fun to watch them try to keep pace with the pace car. Sometimes on the road course, it gets a little wild to watch the field try to keep up. But we're gonna go ahead, and as it looks like everybody's getting EOL penalties, it looks like a Oprah Winfrey episode out here. You get an EOL, you get an EOL, you get an EOL. Looks like Brad Neer, Ryan Campbell, Brandon Holder, and Dustin Slider are all going to take an EOL penalty here, Chris. But we are going to go ahead and get through your qualifying grid here of the night. That 34, Jason Bridges, Rise, Ford F-150, I almost said Mustang, going to start on the pole position. West Wiegand, who just spawned in, that Flex Motorsports, going to flex for the Chevys. That number 88 going to sit on that outside pole. Then we're going to go back into that third spot. Alex Healy in that number 97 Holly equipped Chevy Silverado. He is going to be riding in that P3 spot. That 99 of Josh Clemens, he is going to be lining up P4. Daniel Worthington going to be heading that row 3, who hasn't gridded in yet. That 113 going to be lining up P5 in the F-150. David Brackett, as we're having a little bit of camera issues right there, do apologize about that. That 38 of David Brackett in the Samuel Adams Oktoberfest as Brackett. It's November. Hope you know that, buddy. I'm just kidding. As he's going to be lining up P6. P7 going to go to that 77 of Doug Neal as Logan Russell going to line up P8. Scott Madden going to line up P9, and Akame Proctor, who's going to round out your P10. Then we're going to get to Ed Osborne in that 11th spot with Josh Lockwood in 12th. Joshua McKinney going to start P13 here tonight with Taylor Peacock in that 14th spot. Chris Blanchard, he's going to line up P15 with Dean Klein the second. He's going to line up 16th. Ron Morris Jr. taking 17th with Brandon Holder lining up P18. As I'll let you get caught up here, Chris, do apologize about that. I got a little bit ahead of Chris right there. As Brad Neer going to line up P20. And then we're going to get Logan Smith in that 21st position. CJ Mason in 22nd. Robert Richards in 23rd. As Chris, if you want to take the rest of the field from there, it looks like we've got our drivers that are taking EOL already rolling to the back.
Yes, we've got, as it looks like, Dylan Butler in 24th, Michael York in 25th, Joey Doucette 26th. 27th is going to go to Cody Verrill. 28th, it's going to be Bobby Hall Jr. Then you're also going to have Eli Raposa in 29th, Dustin Slider in 30th, Travis 31st, Alan Duranco in 32nd, Brian Terry in 33rd, and Alan Stevens going to round out the field in 34th.
Morse Jr. just got to end the line. Not sure what happened with that 76. I unmuted race control. Heard him saying something, but I don't know what happened. As it looks like the iRacing pace car, though, going to bring the field through these last couple of turns here. Okay, so it sounds like the 76 did have issues with monitors, so that's why Ron Morris Jr. was EOL'd to the back. So, yeah, there we go. It looks like that iRacing pace car going to turn off into the pits. The field going to come through 20. As Jason Bridges, Wes Wiegand, going to bring the field to the green flag as it is go time here at COTA. I thought they were going green, but I guess it's extended up just a little bit more. I'm thinking of the F1 start. Do apologize, as there's the green flag, and we are rolling at COTA. As you see that 34 Jason Bridges hard on the brakes. We might have 3 wide attempts. As you see some cars getting around through the back. That Jason Bridges machine going to get a big drive in from the 88 away. Wes Wiegand, though. Oh, as we've already got wrecking on the front straightaway. Who was that? The 58?
Yeah, it looks like it was a lot of drivers getting slowed down there. A lot of drivers, looks like it was that 58 of Anthony Stevens. So right now we're getting the race underway, but we'll go back and check, see what happened with that 80 machine here in just 1 second. But you see the 34 Jason Bridges getting out to a good jump. He's got the 88 of Wes Wiegand all over that back bumper. The 97 of Alex Healy also on that back bumper as well. That J2R 99 Josh Clemens also sitting in that 4th spot. So sitting pretty much everybody in the top 10, 11 is currently sitting where they started. So everybody got off to a good start in the top 10. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and pull up that track map so you shall be able to see everybody that is on the track. It will have car numbers marked. Whoa, looks like the 88
Wiegand's around. Whoa, looks like he might have gotten too hot on the brakes, Chris, going into turn 12. Or excuse me, turn 11. And that's going to get him around. It's down the back straightaway. He's going to go. Wes Wiegand started in second right there going into turn 11. He's going to roll down the back straightaway into 12th in 14th place. 12 positions down as you see that Alex Healy machine, that 97, now promoted to second place. Josh Clemens in third. And what I said tonight is going to be a drive of survival. It's not about making the fastest laps around these road courses sometimes, especially at a track like COTA and these big old heavy stock car trucks. Oh, as we've got trouble big time, Brad Neal. Near the 48. Man, it seems like we are just having lap 1 adversity here at COTA.
Yes, it looks like I don't have any incidents queued up for that first part, so do apologize about that. But it looks like, yeah, you see Brad Near getting around right now. Looks like that glove box machine 23. Looks like he's just having a little bit of issues here. Excuse me, the 6, excuse me. The 48 looking like it's
as well.
Yeah, everybody getting a little stacked up back here. So we're gonna go back up here on front. You see Jason Bridges out to about a 2-second gap on that second place position of Alex Healy. So doing a good job holding on to that first position. Josh Clemens hanging on to that 3rd spot, moved himself up 1 position. Also Alex Healy, I guess that 88 of Wes Wiegand going around there did bring up those drivers 1 position. But right now, looks like Doug Neal is sitting in that 6th spot, currently up 1 position as well. Ed Osborne moving his way up through the field into that 9th spot, so up 2 positions. And rounding out that top 10 is Aquaman Proctor, currently sitting in that 10th spot.
We've got trouble in 1 again, man. Everybody getting around right now. As you see, just cars all over the place. Excuse me, trucks. I mean, they are just getting big, loose everywhere. It seems like 33 race cars tonight on COTA. We were expecting some big action, Chris, and we're seeing it. These guys just not having the greatest of times out there at lap 2, which if some of these guys that hit in lap 2, they're already thinking, man, it's only lap 2. As Dean Klein, one of those guys that really just doesn't want to be that guy to keep going right now. I'm pretty sure he's probably thinking, man, let's just let this be over.
Yes, it looks like right now, a big lock up there from the 97. You see him getting into that corner, but it looks like Taylor Peacock also going around. So we're having a lot of drivers having issues here. Looks like Taylor Peacock falling back a lot. That 81 machine looks like he's having a little bit of issues.
Might have just got a penalty. Might have got a penalty for cutting track. Had to slow down.
Yeah, you see
I can assume.
22 of Scott Madden got some rear damage on that trunk lid. Looks like Dean Klein.
Man, look at that 43 around in the back of that shot. I just saw Joshua McKinney go around.
Yeah, as all the cautions are locally enforced, so we will not have a caution flag brought out if these drivers do go around. A lot of these drivers having a lot of issues here early on in these first. It looks like Aquaman Proctor going around as well.
Kame is going to lose some positions down to 12th now. That 9 Independent Motorsports machine are going to roll into as you see the 81 of Taylor Peacock now, excuse me. He looks like he's fallen back some too as well, Chris, after that slowdown penalty. I'm assuming is what he got. As you see that straight cash money 81 Realtree rolling it up to that Dean Klein machine, who hasn't had the greatest of start to this race so far. 2 laps into this race, Chris, you got to think these drivers are probably thinking, man, is this thing almost over yet? Can it be the white flag yet?
Whoa, CJ Mason having a little bit of issues here. That 55 machine, 1-3 speed, is having a little bit of issues going on. I saw him, it did get an off track. It looks like Logan Smith also going off track. So a lot of drivers having a lot of issues here. As we're going to go back on board here with that 34 of Jason Bridges. Looks like he's got out to about a 2.5 second lead on Josh Clemens. Josh Clemens looking like he's struggling here just a little bit. That 34 machine is doing a good job getting out into the lead. But right now, Alex Healy is trying to hang on to that back bumper of that 99 machine, but it looks like that 97 is doing his best job keeping up. You see the 113 of Daniel Worthington behind him, and then you got David Brackett in that 38 machine up in that 5th spot. So David Brackett moving himself up a position as well. So right now we've got a couple of drivers that are moving around. Taylor Peacock looks like he's having all kinds of issues right now.
Yeah, I was about to say I heard him even apologize to somebody, so he's made some contact or something, move that he wasn't satisfied with, making, I don't know. Something's happening with that 81 machine right now, and he is just not having a good run so far. But it seems like this track here, the Circuit of Americas, here in the beautiful state of Texas, the Lone Star 136, it's brought us a very interesting race here so far. Lap number 3 in Austin, Texas seems to do that to you, man. Austin brings out some strange things in these drivers, man, especially with the dynamic track that we have out here tonight. And it seems like, whoa, 43 of Joshua McKinney, big problems right there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there for that 43 machine. Looks like it just was a little loose, snapped out from under him, and then you see him go around there into the grass. But right now, we're going to go back up here on front, see what's going on. It looks like Jason Bridges closed that gap down to, Josh Clemens closed that gap down to Jason Bridges now. Was about 2.5 seconds out. Now he's got it down to about 1 3/4 of a gap between him and that leader. So Josh Clemens doing a good job hanging on to that 2nd spot. He's starting to find something here.
Indeed, that 99 machine starting to find something. And Chris, if there's ever a race that I wanted to sit in one of those trucks and drive against the Bluegrass guys, this is the race I want to do it at, man. Coda, this is the first time owning it necessarily on this platform. Drove it on many other sims, in very other discipline of cars. But, man, seeing these stock cars going around Coda, not only watching the race real life this year for the first time, now seeing the Bluegrass guys go around here, it sounds like we even might have had a guy go around. Who was that just went around? Not sure. That might have been a lap car if somebody was getting up there. Not sure who that was. Looks like it's the 85, Logan T. Smith. But, Chris, this is one of those races, and I would love to be in the race seat right now. Circuit of Americas is one of those tracks that is just so beautiful. So glad it's a part of the schedule this season here. And I'm going to say that a lot of these guys probably going to practice a lot more for this track next season, because I don't see it going anywhere. With as great of a complex as we got here at Austin, Texas, at the Circuit of Americas, I feel like this is one of those tracks that's bound to stay in stock car racing for a very long time. You see a car getting through the S's there sideways as he was getting gathered back up through the turn 5 and 6 section. As you see the 97 now still trying to close that gap to that Jason Bridges machine, now 1 8/10. He was about 2 4/10 at one moment, but Alex Healy doing a great job, as it looks like Daniel Worthington as well is sitting himself up in 3rd, Josh Clemens in 4th, Doug Nill 5th, with that Wigan machine in 6th. But focusing on Daniel Worthington right now, he's doing a decent little job. He's qualified himself in 5th place, but he's running a decent pace. You can still see the 2 lead drivers as we're on that Kinder onboard camera right now, as he's going to dive it down into turn 12 here. Make up a lot of time on this braking zone as you hear him just clutch in. He's just braking. As it's surprising, to see the different techniques these drivers take. I'm one of those guys that definitely uses a transmission to slow the car down. And then you got a lot of guys that will use just purely brakes. So we'll see how these guys take over to the track. As it sounds like he's staying in the same gear as well. So it seems like a lot of momentum needs to be kept here, almost in a sense like go-karting to me. So seems like the thing that Cup cars, Indy cars have in common here at Circuit of Americas, you got to have a lot of momentum to keep it rolling around this track.
Yeah, Josh, one of these things about road courses are a lot of these drivers they're not used to going right. It's getting on the brakes, having to get it slowed up. That's one thing that I've had to learn over a very long time with my racing craft is having to learn how to hit the apexes of corners, having to learn how to get on the brakes just right. You can get on the brakes just enough, to mess that truck up, which seems like it's a lot going on here tonight. A lot of drivers going around, a lot of drivers that are already a lap down. Actually got Michael York. Unfortunate to see Travis Twitty looks like he's already out of the race. Anthony Stevens also looks like he's taking it to the hauler. Michael York down pit road right now with a lot of damage. So Bobby Hall Jr. coming down pit lane.
So he might have been a starting part for that 29 of Travis Twitty, Chris. I don't even remember seeing him on the track, to be honest.
No, he was on the track. I remember in the driver meeting, he was saying, "Hey, everybody, pull over and let me get into the lead and win." So I do know Travis was out there. So maybe just having a little bit of incident in that first turn corner. That is a doozy when you come up into that first corner. As you see, Daniel
was caught up in all that first lap action. Daniel Worthington, Chris. I was gonna pick up where you left off, starting to will it just a little bit. Got that gap shrunk up a little bit now, 3 2/10. But Jason Bridges, man, there is something going on in that 34 machine that is working tonight. Now 3 seconds up on Alex Healy. That gap extended again, and he's just slowly pulling away in this F-150 here.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job. That 34 making it look like he knows this track like the back of his hand. Whoa, as I say that, big lockup there from the 34. That's going to open up the door for that 97. He's going to be able to catch up here with that 34. We just as we were talking about it, that 34 got a really big lockup, slid it into that corner.
Slow down, Alex. We're down. You've got the opportunity, man. Just don't make the mistake. The 97 really overdriving the race car now. He sees, a second and 2/10. That's where you got in the driver's mentality. You got to think to yourself, he's made the mistake. I'm behind him. Just keep applying the pressure. 97 doesn't need to apply their pressure to himself here. That Holley EFI 97 Chevy Silverado can really get loose here around it. And you see him kind of pushing it a little bit. Seems like he's backed off. Alex Healy regained his marble. He's going to try to make this charge here at Jason Bridges, who's got those rear tires heated up.
Yeah, whoa, you see the 97
though.
Yeah, you see the 97 getting really loose coming out of that corner, going into that 20th turn here. That 19th turn was not where he wanted to get out of the corner like that, but it looks like he's got it woed down coming up that front straightaway. He has got about a 2nd and 4/10 gap on him and that first truck in front of him. So he is starting to fall off just a little bit from that 34. Daniel Worthington now falling off just a little bit as well. Got it back to about a 4-second gap between him and that 97. Josh Clemens in that 99 machine not letting that 113 get too far ahead of him, though. You see he is doing a good job here hanging on to that 4th spot. And then you got Wes Wiegand, who you saw go around a little earlier, still sitting in that 5th spot. So Wes Wiegand still in a good position here as we come up to that stage break at lap 12.
Yeah, 6 laps until that stage break, so we're halfway through stage number 1 here. Ooh, excuse me. As that 88 starting to get a really good run up there through the S's. As you see him take it back up the hill through turns number 7 and around turn number 8 and 9 as he shoots it down the little tunnel around this sweeping left-hander of turn number 10. As it's going to set him up to the straightaway right here at turn number 11. This track, I can't hit on it enough. As well as this track is, just designed. Whoever sat down and thought, man, let's go to this beautiful piece of land in Austin, Texas, and let's throw down one of the best Grand Prix circuits in this side of the world, or more in the Northern America. It's crazy to think, there's so many beautiful circuits, so many places across the world, and Circuit of the Americas might be one of those tracks that every time I see it, just because it's the hometown track doesn't, or not even hometown, but you know what I mean, home Grand Prix, I guess you could say, for most series. But man, there's just something about this racetrack that really gets me going. And I love me some Austin, Texas Circuit of Americas.
Yeah, getting into the Formula One, style racing has really opened up my eyes to these road courses. I was saying, one of the things about these drivers is, they're not used to that going left and right, as you see right now. Brian Terry and Josh McKinney battling it out for that 22nd position. as we're just riding back through the field, looking at all the drivers and their snazzy paint jobs here. You see the 13 of Brian Terry getting it woed up going into turn 11. But we're going to go back up on board here with that the leaders. As you see, whoa, as you see Jason Bridges getting really loose. Daniel Worthington, Wes Wiegand coming into the pit lane. So that 113.
Split this stage.
Yeah, that 113 and that Flex Motorsports truck and that 88 of Wes Wiegand going to go ahead and split the stage. Go ahead and come down pit lane as we go up here with that 97. Looks like he was getting really loose coming out of turn 1.
That just happened to Joey Doucette.
Oh, see Joey Doucette, your Daytona winner. Looks like he got around. Excuse me, not Daytona. Your Homestead winner. Looks like he got around here going into turns 19. So having a little bit of an issue there from that 16 machine. But he's got it back under control here now. He's got it going again. But right now that 34 of Jason Bridges, he's doing a good job holding on to that lead. He's got that gap spread out now to about a 1 1/8 gap between him and Alex Healy. So he is still maintaining that lead going into turn 11 here, and then going down through this big straightaway. This is one of those things where you definitely, if you're a driver, you love doing this because, hey, you're just flat out to the floor, shifting, going up through the gears, trying to get as fast as you can, and then, you got to get it slowed down really quick when you come up here into turn 12.
Yeah, this is really the only section of the racetrack. Sorry, listening to race control. All right. And that's the one section of the track. Jason Bridges is starting to struggle, with that racetrack. Was listening to Chad again, and I can't listen to people talk and myself talk without sounding like a fool, but, it seems like that one section of the racetrack is the only section you get to take a breather, and look at that. Jason Bridges is starting to lose the handle on that race truck, Chris, as it's starting to become one of those things now. Will Alex Healy outdrive himself, or is that 34 going to outdrive himself first? Alex Healy, every time he gets into this opportunity, it seems like that dirty air just doesn't like that 97 machine. We'll see if Alex is able to work it this time. He's been very clean on these last couple laps, as it seems like Jason's just been driving the absolute wheels off that thing. We'll see if Alex has got the opportunity here. We'll see if Jason can settle it back down and, just stay commandingly out in the lead like he has been since the green flag has dropped.
Yeah, as we're going back on board here with that for Brian Holder, up 14 positions, doing a good job moving his way up through the field. That Glove Box Motorsports number 31 doing a good job moving up through the field right now. He's got that 77 Doug Neal Simbox machine right behind him. I want to say he was the race winner.
Last week,
yes, at Richmond. He was the race winner at Richmond. So Doug Neal in that 77 machine out in that 5th spot, doing a good job moving his way up through it. He's got 2 spots up on himself right now, and then Scott Madden moving his way up 3 spots. So he is currently sitting in that 6th spot. So Scott Madden in that 22 machine have a little bit of rear damage on that deck leg, but hey, like we said, not really a factor here when you got to slow down and everything. So that 22 doing a good job holding on to that spot. And then you got Logan Russell currently sitting in 7th. Looks like we got David Brackett, Daniel Worthington, Dustin Slider, and Joey Doucette all down pit lane. So going ahead and cutting that stage a little early so that way they can get down pit lane. But Jason Bridges looks like he's getting really slow through the corner.
Yeah, Jason Bridges is really starting to struggle. And if you're that 97 Alex Healy, this is one of those things where you're probably thinking, let me get some DRS, let me get the overtake, let me get something. As it looks like he's going to defend that clean air to the inside, force that 97 to go wide. We'll see if Healy tries to shoot it back to the inside. The 34 going to shoot it in hard, but he might get loose. He hit the curbing, and there comes the 97 Alex Healy. So Jason Bridges overdriving himself, and now the 97 going to get in there. We'll see if the 34 can get back.
Yeah, we'll see if that 34 machine can fight back here, get back in front of that 97. As it looks like Alex Healy has just been driving a little bit better than that 34 machine. It looks like we got a little bit of lap traffic we are coming up on, but right now doesn't look like it's going to play a factor right away. As I want to say that is the 85 of Logan T. Smith and possibly Alan Duranco up in front of him. Yes, it is that 4 and that 85 up in front of them. So they are currently about to go a lap down, but right now that 97 of Alex Healy, It's kind of like a drag strip down through here, going into turn 20, into the front straightaway, up the hill into turn 1. Let's see if Jason Bridges has anything to give to Alex Healy coming into turn 1.
Yeah, we'll see what these lapped cars are going to do here. As it looks like the 85 of Logan T. Smith going to tell him to go to the inside. We'll see what that foiled Alan Duranco does. We know these drivers are allowed to race for their position. As there goes Jason Bridges again. Big drive into the turn. That's going to make him suffer on corner exit. Is the car just carrying a little bit too much momentum for those rear tires to handle. And that 34, if he's wanting to extend these tires through the end of the run without having such a big moment, he needs to maybe rethink how hard he's driving in the corners. The 4 going to slow him up there for a minute, but the 34 going to get around.
Yeah, so Alan Duranco and Logan T. Smith both going a lap down. It looks like CJ Mason also is currently a lap down. Cody Verrill is on his way out from pit lane. He was also down pit lane. Logan Russell, Ed Osborne coming down pit lane. It looks like Logan Russell on his way out right now. Ed Osborne also on his way out.
He's going to turn right, and that's going to open him up to the draft right here off the 97. He's going to get the toe down the straightaway. We'll see if the 97 tries to set himself back up to the inside, or if he's going to use this outside lane. He's going to take the clean air to the inside, excuse me. The 34 is going to have to do some really demon-style braking here to make this pass stick. And yeah, he's not going to. He's going to show that pressure, but the 97 is going to run it wide. And that's all he needed. There goes Jason Bridges back around to the lead. They're playing cat and mouse right now. Alex Healy to the inside. 34 is going to have to run it wide. Going to set him up for a better exit there. The 97 not able to get the power down as he wanted to, as he's going to get back too wide here through the section right here through turn 16 and 17. Now through turn 16 and 17, excuse me.
Yeah, you see the 46 of Eli Raposa getting out of the way there, but the 37 or 97 starting to fall off just a little bit. Jason Bridges starting to pull off that gap just a little bit.
34 in this time. See if the 97 does the same.
Yeah, as you see, the 34 and the 97 of Jason Bridges and Alex Healy both going to go ahead and pull it down. It's going to leave Josh Clemens out there to make a decision. Looks like he's going to go ahead and pull that trigger as well. So Doug Neal currently sitting in that 4th spot. It's going to all come down to whether or not he decides to come down pit lane here. And if he'll take the lead, looks like he's going to go ahead and also pull it down. So the 77 coming down. 22 of Scott Madden also bringing her down pit lane. So it looks like everybody going to go ahead here and short hop that stage break.
Another Peacock as well down this time. Akame Proctor stage will be at the end of lap 12. The pits will close at lap 11, as this will be your leaders now on the track. Brandon Holder going to move up 17 spots to gain that first position. Pitted 2 laps ago at lap 8. Is at 31 Speed Brothers Trucking. Ford F-150 going to roll, or excuse me, it says Ford. It's definitely a Toyota Tundra. As he is going to roll it in through the S's now into turns 3, 4, and 5 as the leader here tonight for the first time. As Brandon Holder got Wes Wiegand, who started in second, back in second now. Jason Bridges 3rd, Alex Healy 4th, and Josh Clemens going to be your top 5 after that pit stop right there at lap number 9.
Yeah, as Brandon Holder going to try to walk away with the stage break here at COTA. He's got that 88 of Wes Wiegand all over the back bumper, but look at him, the 34 of Jason Bridges. Looks like he's trying to make a move on the inside there of that 88 of Wes Wiegand. Looks like he's going to go ahead and make that pass. 34 going to go ahead and get around Wes Wiegand. So he's going to assume that second place. Now he's got to chase down that 31 of Brandon Holder. See if Brandon Holder can hold on to that lead or if Jason Bridges can catch him. Alex Healy currently sitting in that 4th spot, down in position. Brandon Holder still hanging on to that lead, up 17 positions, but he's got that 34. Jason Bridges knocking all over that back bumper. So looking for that 34 to pounce on that 31 here in just a second. But right now, looks like he is going to be going through turns 19 and then coming to 20 to the start-finish line. See if he has enough to hold on for that stage break, or if that 34 has anything to handle. It looks like he's going to dive down into turn 20. The 34 going to make a move here. Down the front straightaway, we'll see who's got the drag race. It looks like the 31. It looks like the 30. Looks like the 31 did clear.
Pit road close.
Whoa, the 34 big drive in. Whoa, the 34 big drive in. He's going to get loose coming out of the corner. That's going to open up the door there for Brandon Holder. He's going to have the inside lane. So let's see if that 31 can.
We're wide to the S's, baby.
So the 34, Jason Bridges, is going to assume the lead here. Coming to the stage break, so Brandon Holder going to fall back to that 2nd spot. You see Wes Wiegand still trying to hold on to that 3rd spot, but he's got that 97 of Alex Healy all over that back bumper. But as we're going into turn 11 right now, don't think that he's going to have anything to get up here and give to that 34, unless that 34 has some kind of mess up here. Looks like he's going to walk away here with that stage break. Jason Bridges looking really strong here with 20 to go.
Should have one more to the stage break.
Oh.
End of lap 12, I thought.
Yes, you are correct. That is correct. So, end of stage 12. But I just want to give a big shout out to that Facebook and YouTube. Chat. Just want to say, if you've got any of the drivers that you are watching out here, let us know who you're going for. Let us know who you're pulling for. We'll show them on the stream. Let them know that you are calling them out in the chat and out here supporting them. See the 97 of Alex Healy working that inside of that 88 of Wes Wiegand. Doesn't look like he's going to get the pass there. But right now, Jason Bridges still out in the lead, holding on to that spot. He's got that 31 of Brandon Holder, who's up 16 spots, but doesn't look like he's going to be able to get him going down into the straightaway. So the 34 coming down the front stretch out of turn 20 right now. Brandon Holder right behind him. Wes Wiegand and Alex Healy. Looks like, whoa, the 55 of CJ Mason getting slowed up there in the inside. Probably just letting those drivers get around.
Yeah, that 55, you saw the blue flags for him. He was just letting all those cars around out of the last turn. But Jason Bridges, the final lap in the stage for that 34. We know he can get it done on these fresh tires. Was wicked fast at the start of the race. Kind of fell off around the lap 8 area. So we'll see once we get into this second stage how that Bridges machine's going to roll. As I say that, though, Chris, Brandon Holder is driving it up to that back bumper to the 34. He's applying the pressure here. As we roll around turn number 9 in just a moment, get ourselves set up for turn 10 here. It looks like Brandon Holder could have a braking move here into turn number 11. Big drive out as well, Chris.
Yeah, Brandon Holder looks like he's, just holding off to the very end here. Going into turn 12. Let's see if he's got anything. Big lock up there from the 34, Jason Bridges. So the 31 going to be all over that back bumper.
Yeah, that 31, he should be there, Chris. Should be there. 3/10, I don't know. It's going to have to be big braking from Holder. We'll see if Bridges locks it up. We know he's been having trouble with this section, and I'm pretty sure he just did again. The 34 is not going great under pressure. Maybe not. It looked like he did lock up under that, I think it was just that camera. But 31, big drive in from Holder. I thought he was going to get into the back of the 34. As they're holding it still now. I say that, though, and the 34, man, he is just drifting it around these corners. The 34 is on the absolute knife's edge right now, Chris.
Yeah, that's not going to bode well on that tire life, though, as you see him getting really loose, coming around into turns 19. Let's see if that 31 of Brandon Holder's got anything to give to him, coming around to turn 19 right now, into turn 20, and then going to come around into the front straightaway. Let's see if that 31 has anything. Doesn't look like he's going to have it. 34 is going to pull up the front straightaway. Whoa, there's a little looseness there from the 31. Brandon Holder going to be holding on to that second spot, but Jason Bridges is going to be your stage winner.
Sir, at 34 of Jason Bridges going to pick up the stage win. As we're going to have a very, very long caution period here at the Circuit of Americas. Well, they're going to have to go 100% here until the pace car comes out. Pace car still hasn't come out, so they're not racing for position or anything, but they're not going on a Sunday drive right now. They're wanting them to pick up the pace here, get caught up.
Yeah, so a long trek around the tracks. We're just waiting for the drivers to get around. Then we'll get that 31 up here into the booth. But as we're waiting, we'll go ahead and go to a side-by-side. So we'll be right back with you and enjoy this side-by-side as we take you nonstop with the action.
as we are back here from that side-by-side. Jason Bridges, he was your DPU stage winner. As a big shout-out to DPU. Love print passion, baby, as putting your ideals into prints, as you should hit them up. They can do shirts for business schools, churches, reunions, and more. And yeah, so 25 screen printed T-shirts front or back, only $7.25 each, 1/8 colors. So you should hit them up on Facebook at DubPrint, Twitter at DubPrintUNL, Instagram at DubPrints. And Chris, the telephone and email should be on the screen, correct? How about the? Okay, do apologize about that then, but telephone number is 864-302-7566, and office at dubprintlife.com is the email. So thank you again to DPU Unlimited. We'll get that phone number and email up on screen eventually, and do apologize about that. But hey, big shout out to those guys, and thank you for all you're doing here and sponsoring that stage break. As we might see some guys take pit stops here. If not, we'll go ahead and get that 34 of Jason Bridges up into the booth and have a word with him.
Yeah, as it looks like everybody's going to go ahead and decide to bring it down pit lane. Jason Bridges, Brandon Holder, Wes Wiegand, all of those guys diving it down. You see the 97 of Alex Healy going to go ahead and stay out because he did come down pit lane at lap 9. So about 3 laps before the stage break ended. It looks like everybody else is going to go ahead and pull it down pit lane. It looks like Ed Osborne going to be the last. Oh, no, Akami Proctor going to pull it down as well. Joey Doucette, Daniel Worthington, Dean Klein also coming down. 95 of Josh McKinney going to stay out. Looks like Josh McKinney going to pull it down pit lane. Yes, that 43 of Josh McKinney going to pull it down pit lane. That 81. Taylor Peacock not quite called up just yet, but he might also bring it down pit lane. Yep, see that 81. The 48 of Robert Richards also bring it down.
That's a very interesting call to me by that 9 machine of Alex Healy, because now that's going to... Whoa! Big wreck from the 81 and the 48 as they enter pit lane. Okay, thought they wrecked, they did.
Yeah, just that 81 going a little faster than he was anticipating and having to get slowed up there.
But what I was saying, Chris, is that's very interesting from Alex Healy now, because you had to think for about a whole lap and a half, they were having to stay full throttle almost just to get caught back up with the field. Some of these guys having to, stretch the legs out on the gas pedal just to really keep the pace rolling. And it's an interesting call from the 97. He's going to be a lot shorter on fuel than these guys now, and it's a really long pace lap around here, so even if you're not on it, you're burning fuel. So, interesting call from Healy. I feel like he wouldn't have lost much position. Jason Bridges, who was in front of him, literally came out 1 position behind him, so interesting call for Alex Healy just for 2 positions. But we'll go ahead and get that 34 of Jason Bridges up here into the Bluegrass booth and have a word with that 34 machine. See what he's got to say about that stage win. Jason Bridges, Chris, and Josh up in the Bluegrass booth. You got a copy, man?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, you just picked up that DPU Unlimited stage win there. That 34 machines looked fast in the early run. It seemed like once the tires got a little bit under you, you were having a tough time controlling it. Unlike, I really like the whole rest of the field. But, Jason, take us through that first stage, man. You looked very dominant. You were able to battle your way back up into the position for that stage win. And you had a little bit of a battle there with that Alex Healy machine. How was it out there so far, and how are you looking forward to the rest of this race here?
Yeah, it's real easy to get these wheels cooked up, these tires cooked up real easy. So that's what that's what happened when I was, you see me losing control or can't get it slowed down enough to get these corners. When I'm coming out, I start spinning, and you just got to give it a little time to let the wheel tires cool down to get back into it.
Yeah, it seems like that has been the thing all night for everybody, especially in this section of the track coming out of turn 12 and all that. But hey, Jason, you've looked so solid so far all night, man. Early run speed for you. We'll see you on this next run. I'm sure. Get her tuned back up, dialed back in, and really get rolling. But Jason, congratulations on picking up that stage victory, man. And hey, we're looking forward to you in the rest of this race.
Thank you, man. It's my home track. I got to take this one.
Oh yes, sir. Well, heck yeah! Shout out to you then. All right, well, Jason, we'll go ahead and sit you back down to your team channel, buddy. And again, congratulations on that stage win.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Well, that was that 34 machine of Jason Bridges.
I just want to point something out, Josh. Rylan just brought it to my attention in the YouTube chat. Look at that man's driver suit. That man has a Gucci driver suit.
He does.
He has a Gucci fire suit. That is awesome.
I mean, hey, the race truck's looking good. The driver suit's got to look good. You know what they say? You look good, you feel good. In the end, you're gonna do good. The Jason Bridges got himself set up with that stage 1 victory. Alex Healy is between him and the lead right now, and Alex on those older tires and that shorter fuel capacity, as it's going to be 1 to green this time. They will take the green flag next time as that safety car. Going to bring them up the front straightaway. You see how big that elevation change is when you're on board with Jason Bridges. And you just look what looks like almost a roller coaster from the cockpit of that race truck. As you see, just so easy to miss the apex of the corner sometimes because of how blind the hill is. And if you're in a 3, 4, 5 pack of trucks, like at the starts, the restarts are going to be hectic here, like they have been since the initial start of the race. I'm expecting to see some drivers get some carnage and some mayhem here again on this restart, and expecting to see some really aggressive driving here on these first couple laps after we get ready to go green here.
All right, so we are currently sitting here, going around the track. We're about to go green here this next time by. So now that we've got the stage break out of the way, this is where everything gets serious. This is where everything it gets thrown out the window. All the being nice, all the talking good, everything goes out the window. You have to be on your A game now, especially if you're that 34 machine. Jason Bridges, he's got that 97 of Alex Healy in front of him. But with those older tires, let's see how that 97's gonna hold on to that lead. He is on 5 lap older tires than that 34 machine. So that 97 gonna have a little bit of defense mode to be playing here. He's gonna have to pull his best Ryan Newman impersonation out and make that truck just a little bit wider to keep that that Jason Bridges machine behind him.
It's going to be a fun battle up the hill here into turn 1 on this restart. We're going to see a lot of guys mixing it up, a lot of names starting to pop in through the top 10 that, maybe weren't expecting to be up there. Ryan Campbell, Bobby Hall Jr., Brandon Holder still sitting in that top 3, top 4 spot. That 31 machine up 15 spots. I mean, got a lot of guys that are rolling their way to the field here. This stage break going to bring these guys back together. It's going to ramp this action back up here for the next couple laps. And like Chris was just saying a minute ago, we're at the halfway point. We'll be at 14 laps to go when we hit the line this time, so it is do or die here. These guys are going to be on their A game. Should see one more one more pit cycle, and these guys should, other than that, be good to go.
As pulling around turn 17, going into turn 18. That 34 Jason Bridges, he's going to have that 97 in front of him. Let's see, like I said, how that 97 is going to handle this going into turn 1. We're probably going to see a lot of drivers going around. So turn 1's always an interesting bucket of fun here at COTA.
Feels like it's been to the moon and back. As the iRacing pace car going to turn left, 97 Alex Healy, and it is on the leaders this time. So when Alex Healy goes is when the field goes. We'll see if that 97 going to get him stacked back up here onto the front straightaway. He is. As coming to the green flag here in that blimp camera, you're going to see the field go back to green, and we're going to go to an LNS Customs loud pedal. So turn those sights, or turn those volumes up, and enjoy these beautiful sights and sounds here from the virtual Circuit of Americas as you see our field getting into turn number 1. And we are back. Hopefully you enjoyed that LNS Customs loud pedal. As Brandon Holder, you've seen, has extended that lead. Me and Chris talking about it under that that loud pedal segment. It seems like that 34 Jason Bridges now really starting to stack the mistakes up lap after lap. It seemed like he was just overcooking the tires a little bit that last lap, and now it's starting to really come back and bite him in the rear end. That 34 doing a good job, though, still to hold off Ryan Campbell, Wes Wiegand, Bobby Hall Jr. and co. from that fifth or that second position on back. But it looks like Alex Healy, that position or that choice to stay out, might be coming back to bite him in the rear end. He's having some guys starting to gain on him as Doug Neal now is getting ready to set that 97 up here in just a moment.
Yes, right now, like you were saying, Josh Brandon Holder doing a good job. He got out to the lead under that loud pedal segment, and looks like he hasn't looked back yet. He's up to a almost 7-second, as I say it, 7-second gap now between him and that 34 Jason Bridges. Right now, Ryan Campbell and Jason Bridges are currently fighting it out. So that 8 machine fighting it out. Whoa, the 34 blinking there just a little bit. Going to go ahead and surrender that
Wes
position.
Wiegand, though.
But Wes Wiegand up into that 3rd spot.
Ryan Campbell now into 2nd. And our top 1 and 2 both up 17 positions. Ryan Campbell started this race in 18th, or 19th, excuse me. Brandon Holder started this race in 18th. They are both sitting 1 and 2 in that 31 and 8 machine. So good job on both of those guys. But Wes Wiegand is trying not to let that precious ground that he has made up all race go. Started in 2nd, now sitting in 4th. He's trying to get back into that podium positions.
Yeah, you see the gap between that 31 of Brandon Holder and Ryan Campbell. Now, the 31 almost going up into turn 1 as we're speaking. See, that is the difference between him and that 8 machine. So that battling going on between those two drivers back there, starting to put a little bit of a distance between him and that 31. So right now, if you're in that, if you're Brandon Holder in that 31 machine, you're definitely wanting to kind of start going on cruise control right now. You're not wanting to get out there and heat those tires up with 11 to go. Because, you know, you can just hold on to the lead pretty much right now.
Yeah, Brandon Holder doing a really good job out in that lead. I mean, he's moved his way through the field and now got an almost 9-second gap, excuse me, to 2nd place position. So he's doing a damn fine job out there in the lead. And Brandon Holder, out of nowhere, was just a surprise truck with all the speed. Is whoa! You see the 15 big onto the banana curbs there. Dustin Sluter just went on a ride there for a second. Dustin Slider, excuse me. I've been saying his name right all season, and then that one time I say his name wrong right there. But Brandon Holder going to now get it down the back straightaway as he's going to get himself set up for turn 12 in just a moment. Get a drink of that water, baby. Get one of the hands off the wheels. Give it a stretch. Get the hands all, you know, shooking around. Make sure they're still awake. That's the section of the track that you really get to breathe at. Other than that, you're pretty much all on it. All eyes on the apexes, all eyes on your braking zones. You were spotting every little thing. You see that yellow, red, whatever diesel out to your left, you're thinking, that's where I got to brake. Got to brake one diesel back now, 10 laps later. So a lot of guys use all these mental braking zones, all these mental notes of the track, and you're starting to see them pay off here as Wes Wiegand. Big contact! Oh, and Ryan Campbell, man, that was surprising. Wiegand even said, sorry, dude, and the 8 said, not your fault, man. That was completely my fault. It did look like the 8 did get wide. The 88 obviously is going to take that track position, and the 8 just turned himself back across the nose. I mean, that was just really hard racing right there, man. 10 to go, coming up to the stripe here this time. You're going to start seeing these guys try to make those really aggressive moves now. Nothing on the 88. That was just racing right there. And the 8 did the same thing, man, just going for that position as well, as it sounds like the 97 of Alex Healy going to come to pit road this time.
Yeah, as Wes Wiegand's moved himself up into that 2nd spot. But like we were saying, Josh, look at that. Bobby Hall Jr. moved his way up into the 3rd spot, up 25 positions. So right now, that 95, it looks like Josh McKinney's around. Josh McKinney, Robert Richards, Eli Raposa, all around. We're going to go back and see if we can see what happened here with that 43 machine. Coming into, want to say that this is turn 16. Looks like maybe just got a little loose there. Yeah, just gets the rear end around. A lot of drivers probably having to get it slowed up to get around them. Looks like CJ Mason also went around. Right now, Brandon Holder out to an 11-second gap on that 88 of Wes Wiegand. So right now, Brandon Holder's just, he can just kind of cruise, put that car on cruise control, not really do much of anything, and just kind of, have fun around this course. You see the 88 trying to make up as much time as he can right now. Had a little bit of an issue in that same turn in turn 1. Whoa, look at that. 34 Jason Bridges getting really loose coming out of that turn 11. So whoa, a lot of tire wear going on here early, as we saw that 34 heating those tires up early. But you heard him in that interview saying got to keep those tires cool, because that's what keeps keeps the truck straight. If you don't keep those tires cool, you're gonna start getting the rear end really out from under you.
Yeah, as we're at 10 laps to go, 9 to go when they hit the stripe this time, Brandon Holder, like you said, Chris, just kind of holding the pace of the race. He can really just do what he wants to at this moment. He doesn't really have to stress about pushing too hard. Wes Wiegand was under contention for that position a moment ago from Bobby Hall Jr., but it looks like he's gotten himself out. So other than that, Brandon Holder just got to dig. 9 laps to go.
Yeah,
or that Holder machine when he hits the stripe.
Yeah, as I'm going to go to the Facebook and the YouTube chat, I see David Napchuk. He sent 200 stars. Hey, really appreciate that, David. Hope you're doing well out there. I see Jason Collins responded to Nate Maurer asking him, you ready for tomorrow night? And Jason said, not even. Then also in the YouTube chat, I see I am really liking the onboard cams. Hey, good to have you here, Stacy Johnson. Good to see you here with us on this beautiful Monday night here at COTA. Also see Rylan Greer saying time for some drivers to start getting risky.
Yeah, it's time to start getting risky for the biscuit. You'd think you'd see these drivers maybe starting to extend that hand a little bit, as it seems like we really don't got a lot of cars on the track that are very close in battle, as it looks like the 34 is going to come down pit road, maybe undercut the field. Seems like Taylor Peacock also going to come down. 48 of Robert Richards as well. So maybe these drivers, like I said, going to have to take that one more stop, and you're going to see it. Out of all the drivers up there in the front, Justin Bridges was the first to come down, as you see that 31 of Brandon Holder starting to catch that. Looks like the 11 of Cody Verrill. Is that who that is? Yes, that's exactly who that is.
Yeah, it looks like that 11
barrel machine. Yeah, he's just going to go to the wide side of the track.
Yeah, he's going to take that outside lane, let that 31 get around him, because right now that 31's got a 12 3/4 gap between him and that second place position of Wes Wiegand. So Logan Smith and Brandon Holder looks like got a little slow. It says they crashed, but I'm definitely watching both of them, and didn't look like they crashed.
It just might be the sudden stop from 150 miles an hour to almost 40 that it thinks it's a crash. You know?
Yeah.
So, down to 25. Andy went off track a little bit. That might have it just might have thrown it in SDK as a crash.
See the 88 of Wes Wiegand got that gap down to about a 12.5-second gap now, but not really putting too much time on him. You see Bobby Hall Jr. In that third spot, but look at that, Brandon Holder coming down pit lane. 31 going to go ahead and give up that first position. Going to see if Wes Wiegand decides to follow suit, or if Bobby Hall Jr. decides to stay out. It looks like Wes Wiegand went off track. Wes Wiegand going off track. So Bobby Hall Jr. going to go ahead and assume that second place position. Almost did it again. Sorry, Bobby. As we're riding on board here with that 88 and see what happened with it. It looks like, just the back end got out from under him, and then you see it snap. He gets down into the sand trap.
Those are the worst feelings, man, when you're just got a little bit of a snap oversteer and you cannot save it. The truck just takes off. You hate that for that Flex Motorsports 88 of Wes Wiegand, and he was probably almost thinking, man, they just didn't go to my camera. About 2 seconds later, I could have just looked like I was pulling down pit road. They'd have never even known.
Yeah, I do see a lot of drivers getting it slowed down in that corner. Whoa, it's the 11 there going around.
Cody Verrill under the wall right there at the top of the hill, and that could be trouble for some drivers. Coming over that, hopefully there was nobody coming around.
Yes, it doesn't look like... Oh, we got some drivers coming down the hill now. That's the 99 there. Getting around him.
Harry for a second, Chris.
Right now, we're going back on board here with that 94 of Bobby Hall Jr. Currently sitting out in the lead with a 12-second gap between him and Josh Clemens. So that 94 machine, if he was not to come down pit lane, he could win this race. But with 8 laps to go, a lot of these drivers coming down pit lane, you're probably going to start seeing everybody come down here before too long. Right now, you see Ryan Campbell currently sitting in that third position, up 16 spots. About a 3-second gap between him and that 99 of Josh Clemens. The 99 of Josh Clemens up 2 spots from his original starting spot, so he is also doing a good job moving through the field as well. But Brandon Holder, Ryan Campbell, currently sitting in that 3rd and 4th spot. So if that 31 machine, he has got some charging to do in front of him. But right now, everybody in front of him has not come down pit lane. The only person that has come down pit lane behind him is that 34 of Jason Bridges. It looks like Ryan Campbell coming down pit lane right now. So the A machine going to go ahead and surrender that 3rd position. Looks like Dustin Slider going to come down pit lane as well. Going to surrender that 5th spot. So Brandon Holder going to go around into 3rd place with Josh Clemens currently sitting in 2nd. Then Bobby Hall Jr. still sitting in the lead with a 13-second gap now. So that 94 machine trying to get that gap out as far as he can before he comes down pit lane.
7 laps to go. Can Bobby make it? I don't know, man. I wouldn't expect those guys to be able to make it at all. You'd think if they'd be able to make it, then everybody would have stayed out like that. Riding on board with that 2nd place car of Josh Clemens, who's got Brandon Holder. As you see right there, coming to your shot. Now, a 2nd and 8/10 back, that Holder machine now putting on a lot of pace to Clemens. I'm sure we'll see a battle here for that 2nd place position in just a moment. So we'll stay on board with these guys right here as they roll it through turn 11. That 99 of Josh Clemens going to get on the gas. As that 12 still, or excuse me, that 31 still not going to be close enough to make that pass for 2nd position. Holder still about a 2nd and 4/10 back. He's going to start grabbing a little bit of that draft to pull himself closer and closer by about a 10th or 2 as he's about a 2nd and 2/10 out now. Let's see if he gets a good braking. It looks like he's going to get about the same amount of braking as that 99 of Josh Clemens, who's going to get a clean entry through 2. But on those older tires, Clemens still doing a good job to keep as much of a gap as he can. But that Brandon Holder machine now starting to find the pace to the section where you really need the grip. As it looks like that Holder machine now going to pull up to the back of that 99 of Clemens as they roll it through turn 15, getting themselves set up for 16 right here. And it looks like Holder going to just easily scoot by through turn number 16.
Yeah, you see that tire difference coming up here, Josh. That 31 is on fresher tires, so Brandon Holder still out here in the lead. Whenever that 94 of Bobby Hall Jr. comes down pit lane, whenever he does decide to go ahead and wave that virtual hand out the window, he will assume the lead. But right now, it looks like Josh Clemens and that 99 coming down pit lane.
Looks like the 99 did wave the hand and come down pit road. As you're going to see that 31 of Brandon Holder comfortably now in 2nd position, not a car between him. 13 seconds out in front, 14 seconds behind. So that 31 just going to kind of be in his own little bubble on the racetrack as we get to the 6 to go strike. We'll see 5 to go this next time by as you ride on board that Kinder Performance camera with Brandon Holder through the S's right here.
Yeah, right now that like I said, that 31 machine, he is currently on the best tires in the top 3. So once that 94 machine decides to go ahead and pull it down pit lane, he's going to surrender that lead. But right now, he's got about a 12-second gap between him and Brandon Holder. So Brandon Holder's starting to slowly reel him in. Oh, you see the 77 of Doug Neal in that sim box. 77 hitting that banana bump. That is one of those things I was talking about. You hit that little bump, it will full send your car up onto two wheels. It is kind of freaky when you're inside the car and you hit it. So, yeah, you just got to be careful with that that banana bump. Right now, the 94 Bobby Hall Jr. pulling around into turn 15, coming into the straightaway the little straightaway here, to turn 16. Gonna go ahead and get her woed down here, pulling around into 16 now, into 17. See if he comes down pit lane here now or not. You know, he does have a little bit older tires. Came down at lap 14, so got a little bit older tires than everybody behind him. But like I said, that 31 of Brandon Holder, yeah, that 31 of Brandon Holder has already got 5 seconds up on him in only 2 laps.
Yeah, he was starting to lose too much time, and I'm pretty sure he was about out of gas. You see that 31 of Brandon Holder now going to comfortably roll himself out into the lead, and the flagman going to give him the 5 to go signal. Brandon Holder, your leader here, as he's got a 16-second gap to Jason Bridges. We'll see if Holder can hold on to her, pick up the victory here tonight. Up 17 positions from his original starting spot, doing an excellent job here in the beautiful Austin, Texas, at the Circuit of Americas.
Yeah, you see Bobby Hall Jr. coming out of pit lane right now. Jason Bridges is going to go ahead and get around him. So that 34 machine going to have the turn into turn 1. But that 94 of Bobby Hall Jr. going to have a little bit fresher tires than that 34 machine. So you should see that 94 come up here and start battling with that 34 machine before too long. Right now, Brandon Holder out to a 17-second gap between him and that second place Jason Bridges. So like we said earlier, with only 5 laps to go, Josh, you pretty much just put this truck on cruise control, and you're just cruising through the corners.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's exactly what you got to do if you're Holder, man. You just chill right now. I mean, I would be the most calm guy behind the steering wheel. 17-second gap. That 31 machine, he feels like he is on cloud 9 right now, I'm sure. Just to taste the victory. It is so close for Brandon Holder. He's just got to make it around 4 more times once he hits the stripe. He'll be writing his name in the Bluegrass history books as the first-time winner here at the Circuit of Americas.
Yeah, so like we said, about a 17-second gap between him and that 34 machine of Jason Bridges. Jason Bridges just not having anything to give that 31 machine. Brandon Holder just on a little bit of a different strategy than that 34 machine, and you saw it come out to just benefit that 31. But hey, the race isn't over yet. It looks like we've got Bobby Hall Jr. on a little bit of a tear right now.
The tear is for sure.
Yeah, he's got about a 3.5-second gap between him and I say 3.5 second. Now it is a 3-second gap between him and that 34 machine. So we're going to be seeing a battle here before too long.
Under 2 seconds now, 2.5 now. Where these tires are mattering, that 94 is finding it, man. He is getting on it right now, Jason Bridges. Do not look in your mirror because Bobby Hall Jr. He is on your trail, son. He is getting there. Whoa, and there it is. Unfortunate for Jason, man. Come on. Get back to digging, buddy. You can still get a podium here, Jason. It's going to allow Wes Wiegand to climb right back up. And man. I hate that for Jason Bridges.
Yeah, if you are one of Travis Twitty's team fans out there, the Hot Side Hustler Motorsports guys, you know, hey, that 34 machine, he's still got it in him. He's still in 3rd place. He can hold off that 88 of Wes Wiegand. So if he can do that, he will still stay on the podium. So that spin won't really matter. But hey, that's going to give up that position to Bobby Hall Jr., who is up 26 positions right now. So he is currently the biggest mover in the field right now, up 26 positions in that 2nd spot. Bobby Hall Jr. doing a good job.
trying to cycle through the field here for a moment. See David Brackett, that 38 machine, looking really chromed up here as it's very shiny out there. That's a nice looking race truck. As you see the two of Logan Russell as well. See all these cars getting through the S's trucks, excuse me. It's just a beautiful sight to see. Trucks, NASCAR trucks, or Bluegrass trucks. Whatever you want to call them. Whoa, big lock up there. Almost got the 113 in the back of it. But these Bluegrass trucks, man, just a beautiful, beautiful sight here at the Circuit of the Americas. I can't get over it. It looks like the 95 going to pull over for that 31 of Holder.
Yeah, he's got a 20-second gap between him and that 94 Bobby Hall Jr. So Bobby Hall Jr. on those fresher tires, then that 31 of Brandon Holder just not able to get that position, just caught back up. It looks like maybe that gap has actually gotten a little bigger since he did pass that 34 of Jason Bridges. Maybe having to slow up just a little bit for that 34. But right now, Jason Bridges still fighting with that 88 of Wes Wiegand. Still got him all over the back bumper. One of the Bluegrass OGs, Wes Wiegand, trying to get up here and show these boys, hey, I still got it in here.
He is that 88 machine. Going to dive it into turn 19 here. We'll see if the 34 gets over ambitious into 20 again. Just getting that rear end around last time he got through here. It looks like he's going to really lean on that right rear. That time through is down the front straightaway. 3 laps to go, gentlemen. And we will be crowning our inaugural winner here for the Circuit of Americas. Will it be a first-time winner in Brandon Holder, Bobby Hall Jr., Jason Bridges? Or is it going to be one of the Bluegrass OGs like Wiegand? Is it going to be Doug Neal trying to come back from 8th spot? He's really far away back, but, you know, we got a lot of guys. We've got a lot of things that can happen here on these on these road courses, especially in these Bluegrass trucks. Anything can happen. Will it be an OG? Will it be a new guy? Right now, it's looking like it's all Brandon Holder here with 3 to go.
Yeah, Brandon Holder got out to the lead, just never really looked back. That 31 Toyota Tundra just, or actually Toyota F-150, excuse me, as you see him coming down the straightaway here into turn 12. Dustin Slider coming down pit lane right now, but that 31 machine got out into the lead and just never looked back. He's got a 20-second gap between him and that 94. He's just on cruise control right now.
I think he's just biased to both teams. Toyota F-150 in the front, Ford Tundra in the rear. I think he just couldn't decide which truck he wanted, so he's like, screw it. I'm going to run both at the same time. That scheme also could have been originally made for a Ford, and whoever converted it over was really good at converting skins over, and it just still has Ford stuff on it. Well, the 23 Dean Klein going to get a little bit of loose, but he's going to let the 94 through. Jason Bridges, Chris, still doing battle there with that Wes Wiegand machine. As it looks like Wiegand, going to go to the inside here. 34 Jason Bridges is going to hold him off here. There comes the 88 to the inside. Too wide here to 18 as they're going to get themselves set up for turn number 19 here. And 2 laps to go as they hit the front straightaway. 2 turns. And before 2 laps to go, the 31 already taken the 2 laps to go. He's on lap 29, and he is about 17 seconds away from Bobby Hall Jr. in that second spot. Jason Bridges, Wes Wiegand fighting for that 3rd and 4th spot. As you go on board with those guys right here, right now, as that 34 going to go across the track and get in front of that Wiegand machine as he's going to get it dived off into turn 1. Looks like the 88 going to use a little bit more of that straightaway to get later braking apex or hit that diamond on that apex, shoot it in a little bit earlier. That 88 got a good drive through a turn 1 and turn 2 as they shoot it into turn 3, getting themselves set up for the S's right here. As you see Wiegand on the back bumper still of Bridges as they're battling for that final podium spot. Woo! The 34 could have just really messed himself up right there. Good awareness from the 34 to know where those curbs were. He got himself back out in front as he didn't cut the turn per NASCAR rules. He definitely kept it in the racing area as that 34 is going to stay out front in that final podium spot right now, as they will be grabbing the white flag this next time by. Saint, old son to drive. Got the tag red line, all open wide. That's probably what the 31's thinking right now, is he is just digging still, man. You heard the lockups and everything. He's going to get it through turn 16 as he's got the two guys. That's Octomate, Proctor, and it looks like Robert Richards out in front of him. Those are the last two guys on that tail end of the lead lap currently right now in that 19th and 18th spot. You'll see Brandon Holder get her through turn number 19, get her on to turn 20. He is going to see that white flag. Brandon Holder from a come from behind style to first place here. We'll see if that Speed Brothers truck in number 31 can get around here. That Toyota F-150 Ford Tundra of Brandon Holder going to grab the white flag this time by.
Yeah, that 31 machine doing a good job. It looks like Wes Wiegand got around the 34, Josh. Wes Wiegand, excuse me. I am so sorry, Wes. I've been saying your name wrong for so long. I do apologize, brother. So,
and
Wes
the 34
Wiegand
just had a big moment again in 20, Chris. Looks like he is just not going to have that chance at the podium no more. Unfortunate for the 34. But if you're the high side motorsports guy of Jason Bridges or any of those high side motorsports guys, you know you just got to say, hey, we picked up a stage win. We've had a good run here tonight. We can build off this. And if I'm those high side motorsports teammates, I'm thinking, hey, let's keep this momentum rolling as we go into next week. Brandon Holder going to drive it off into turn number 11. Or the last time tonight, as he's going to get himself set up for the straightaway here. As he's probably just already thinking to himself, man, I just want to hit this checkered flag. This is going to be a good win for that 31 machine. Up 17 spots. Bobby Hall Jr. 20 seconds back. But up 26 spots. Looks like he is going to cap off him as second place tonight.
Yeah, and Wes Wiegand going to go ahead and pull himself into that third spot around Jason Bridges. Unfortunate, like you said, Josh, for that high side Hustlers Motorsports truck of that 34 machine. You know, he just had a little bit of tire issues come into play there. You saw him getting a little loose, and just going to get around. And Wes Wiegand going to go ahead and pull around him. But Brandon Holder pulling that truck into the final corners here, into turn 17, now turns 18 for the last time here tonight. He's going to be pulling it up down this little straightaway into turn 19. One more turn, turn 20 into the front straightaway. That's going to be all she wrote here.
As the Lone Star 136 going to come to a great end. The 31 of Brandon Holder, 17 spots. That Toyota Tundra Ford, whatever you want to call it, is going to take the checkered flag, and it is going to be the first race win of the season for Brandon Holder, and he is going to pick up the first win here at the Circuit of Americas for the Bluegrass Series as they take their inaugural debut this weekend here. And then it's going to be Bobby Hall Jr. picking up second place. As you see Wes Wiegand, he is going to be about 8 seconds back, still under pressure from that 34 Jason Bridges, but it looks like that Wes Wiegand machine going to pick up third. Jason Bridges, your stage one winner, going to come home in fifth. We'll get through the rest of your results here in just a moment. But Brandon Holder, it is all you tonight, baby. That 31 machine looked awesome. And we're going to see that 31 take his cooldown lap in style. We'll see if what that 31 has to say for sure. We know Brandon Holder probably very excited to talk to us after that race. As Bobby Hall Jr. as well. Both of those drivers, nothing to hang their heads at. Very great pass through the field for that 26, and man, if you're Jason Bridges, if you're Wes Wiegand, that's what I meant to say. Nothing to hang your head at. They made a great battle tonight. They definitely had some good trucks up there at the start, and it seemed like Brandon and Bobby just were the guys that were to beat tonight. And unfortunately for Jason, Alex Healy, and Wiegand as well, man, all three of those guys definitely were very fast at the start of this race and didn't get the opportunity to make it to the end and, show that true speed. So unfortunate for those guys, but hey, our top three, Brandon Holder, Bobby Hall Jr., and Wes Wiggin, they definitely deserve that accomplishment they got here tonight. As we'll go ahead and get through your race results here, Brandon Holder going to pick up the win with Bobby Hall Jr. in second, Wes Wiggin in third. Jason Bridges going to pick up fourth with Alex Healy in fifth, Ryan Campbell in sixth. Josh Clemens going to take home seventh with Doug Neal in that eighth spot. As Scott Madden going to be picking up ninth here. It sounds like our overlay might not be working. To apologize about that. Daniel Worthington in 10th with Brad Neer in 11th. Duncan Russell going to be in 12th with Ed Osborne in 13th. David Raggett in 14th. Joey Doucette going to take home 15th tonight. Joshua McKinney in 16th. Arcade Proctor 17th. Dustin Slider in 18th with Taylor Peacock in 19th. Christopher Blanchard, he is going to take home 20th with Robert Richards in 21st. You see that Brandon Horner machine getting ready to burn her down at the start-finish line, doing a big old burnout Texas style, as Robert Richards going to pick up 21st, CJ Mason 22nd, Josh Lockwood 23rd, Eli Raposa, he is going to pick up 24th with Brian Terry 25th, Logan Smith 26th, Dean Klein the second going to pick up 27th, Cody Verrill going to pick up 28th with Ron Morris Jr. 29th, Alan DeRocco 30th, Michael York 31st, Travis 32nd, Anthony Stevens is going to round out your field in that 33rd spot. As you see Brandon Holder getting a big old burnout done here. Bobby Hall Jr. going to pull up into the shot there. But, man, that is a big old burnout from that 31 machine. Well-deserved win for Brandon Holder here tonight and a well-deserved burnout. So we'll get a word here with your podium finishers here in just a moment. It looks like we do have Brandon Holder and Wes Wiggin into the interview channel. Still waiting on that Bobby Hall machine. As I say that, he joins up. So, all right. We're going to go ahead and bring in Brandon Holder. Have a word with your race winner. See what he's got to say about his first victory here tonight. Brandon Holder, Chris and Josh up in the Bluegrass booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you, fellas. Go ahead.
Brandon, man, what an excellent run here from you tonight. 17 spots starting in that 18th spot. And that 31 Speed Brothers trucking just looked like it was not going to be denied here tonight. You got up there early in the second stage and just really showed that speed. Brandon, take us through all the passes, everything here tonight in that awesome run to your first victory here in Bluegrass and the inaugural win here at the Circuit of Americas.
Yeah, man, it's I just bought the track. I wish I bought it sooner. It is so much fun to get around this place. Just basically here to learn for Sunday. I've not been having good runs on Sunday, and wanted to try to get a foot ahead on for Sunday mainly.
Like, yeah, man, it's always one of those things that we see drivers, start from the back. It seems like at these road courses come through the field and really pick off the positions. And today, that 31 machine was no exception to that. You looked very, very strong out here and Brandon. It's got to say it was an excellent win from you, excellent drive. And we know it's one of those tracks that you have to be very disciplined on the loud pedal and very disciplined on that brake pedal. And you showed all the key factors to get it done at Coda. Man, for just picking up the track, I got to say, you look like you had it under control from the start of the green flag. And that Holder 31 machine was bad fast tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, the key to this track is definitely having an egg under the throttle and easy on the braking. You feel like you're not attacking it, but if you start attacking it, you make mistakes and you're just not as quick. So, like I said, just practice for Sunday and hopefully we can do something there.
Well, heck yeah, Brandon, very excited to have you in victory lane here tonight. And hey, if you've got any final words, thoughts, shout outs you want to let go to the Bluegrass fans, you're more than welcome to go ahead and throw them out there, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I want to say, I've raced in a lot of leagues, and the way that this league is ran by Jason, and you know, it's second to none. We've just been a member this year, but man, I'm so impressed with the way it's ran. Really appreciate the opportunity to run with these guys because there's some really good guys here, and Sundays is tough competition. So we're just glad that we could be a part of it.
Heck yeah, well, Brandon, it's a pleasure to have you up here in the booth, man. Glad that we were here for the first win on that 31 of the season, and hey, it's going to be exciting to see you progress forward through the year, and we'll talk to you if we see you back out there on the track again, buddy.
Okay, fellas, I appreciate it. I also got to throw in there BK Paints. Man, he makes some great paints for us all on the glove box team. So I appreciate him and all my teammates, and then also y'all for the broadcast. Y'all do a very good job at that as well.
Appreciate the kind words, Brandon. Well, hey, again, congratulations on that start from the back, come to the front victory, and very excited to see you pick up that win. And hey, we'll see what you got for us in the future, Brandon. Enjoy the rest of your night, and congratulations on picking up that win here at Coda, buddy.
Y'all as well.
Man, got a little bit tongue twisted there at the end. Sorry about that, but that was Brandon Holder, the 31 machine. That was the guy that took the checkered flag here tonight, and you could hear just very, very patient you have to be here at this track. But we're going to go ahead and get the interviews rolling here still. We're going to bring in that 94, Bobby Hall Jr., have a word with your second place finisher. Bobby Hall Jr., Chris and Josh up in the Bluegrass booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, you picked up second place here tonight at Coda. You got to be one of those things that's, almost feels like a win for you. You came from that 28th position, and you made 26 passes to get yourself up there in the second. We saw some varying pit strategies from everybody here tonight, and it seemed like there at the end, you just had a little bit of the better tires on the vehicle. You're able to drive past some of those boys and pick yourself up. A very, very comfortable second place. Nothing to hang the head at here tonight, Bobby. And, hey, how you feeling after that second place? And, again, congratulations on picking up that podium here at Coda.
Well, I know my knees are hurting. That's for sure. Trying to 2-foot it around here. Whew. I had nothing but trouble. Practice a couple days and just couldn't get the rhythm right. And I almost thought I wasn't going to finish right there coming down the back straightaway. A couple guys got into it and went right across my screen. I'm like, whoosh. Like I was holding my breath on that one. But yeah, definitely pit strategy. That last stint when we had our stage, I was just saving fuel, and I just ran it till I couldn't run it no more, and took 2 tires and just 5 gallons of gas, and happened to make it. And I wanted to qualify. I tried qualifying, but I messed up my first lap and just went over the rumble strips on the second lap, and I'm like, shoot, I can't go for the hard charger award. I'm like, oh well, let's see what I can do.
Well, hey, either way, man, you charged your way through the field, award or not, and you did one hell of a job doing it, Bobby. It was awesome watching you pick off car after car. And, man, got to say, it's one of those tracks that we know it's definitely difficult to get yourself set up in the right moment. You've got to always be on the knife's edge at a track like Coda. And to make passes here, not necessarily the most difficult thing. We know there's a lot of opportunities to do it. But in these big old heavy, these Bluegrass trucks, it can be very difficult to get it done sometimes as you're trying to fight yourself sometimes more than it seems like the guy around you. But Bobby, again, congratulations on that second place, man. And if you've got any final words, final thoughts, or anything for these Bluegrass fans out here tonight, you're more than welcome to go ahead and share those thoughts, shout outs, or anything you want to get off your mind here.
Right. I'd like to give a good thanks to Team Flex. We got a 239 and unfortunately a 30th. Alan got involved in an incident on the start. It wasn't his fault. So I thought our team would have had a good running. And I'd like to thank Bluegrass for doing this. And when I seen this track, I'm like, man, like a beginner trying to do something like this. Whew. I'm sweating. I'm still sweating.
Yeah, we know how difficult it can be to get around a track like Coda, man. It was one of those things when I saw it pop up on the schedule, I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting. So very interesting night here tonight. And it's going to get even better now Wednesday. And Tuesday and Wednesday with the Xfinity and the Cubs. It's going to get faster, wilder. These guys are going to get more aggressive. But Bobby, again, talking back to you, man. Again, congratulations on your second place here. It's always a good accomplishment coming from the back and picking up that podium. So
Right.
excited to see what you got for us going forward in the rest of the season. And yeah, congratulations again, and enjoy the rest of your week, buddy.
Right. Was the winner substitute?
Holder,
Yeah.
I want to say he was just making one race here tonight. I'm not sure.
Oh, bummer. I was like,
Yeah.
man.
We'll have to get 100% confirmation on him before we go forward, but yeah, I'm not 100% sure of that because I want to say I don't think I've seen Holder too many times this season, so I could be wrong. I could be right. I could be wrong. I could be right. Yeah, I want to say he's a permanent seat though.
Okay, because I was just hoping. I was like, well, maybe he was just upper class trying to help us out and showing us how to get around here.
Giving you the tutorial line, you know.
Right.
All right, well, Bobby, again, buddy, congratulations, man, and we'll let you get going out of here tonight.
Yes, sir. Till next week.
Yes, sir. We'll see you then. Oh, okay, he is. My bad. Well, so if Bobby's watching, he'll go back and see it. But all right, we're gonna go ahead and get in Wes Wiggin and get you wrapped up with your third and final interview here of the night. Wes Wiggin, Chris, and Josh up in the Bluegrass booth. You got a copy, buddy?
What's up, fellas?
Not much, man. We know you are probably so glad to get that race over with. 30 laps of COTA. I feel like it's one of those things that can be very stressful. And we know you started off well, qualifying on the outside pole, and then it seemed like it was one of those nights with the 88 that it was just having to fight back. And we saw coming on to one of your pit stops there, you got really just a snap oversteer out of 19, got off into the gravel trap, and other than that, you had to just work back, fight back all night. And to pick up that third position, I don't think a lot of people really realize what that idiot had to go through. And from a racer standpoint, I can understand, Wes. So I know those difficulties you went through. And, man, a well-achieved podium here tonight. How are you feeling after that, buddy? And just take us through all the trials and tribulations at COTA here tonight.
Yeah, I hope that was as fun for y'all as it was for me. I got the start up there. I can't remember, was I second? I think I was second. In that hairpin coming down before the long backstretch, I just looped it, put it in the grass. So yeah, that was fun fighting back up there toward the front. I think I got back to 6th or 7th, I think. So that was a lot of fun. And then, yeah, like you said, in 19, I was really watching my mirror, watching my teammate behind me. I let him know I was pitting, and he said he was going to keep going. So that kind of threw me off a little bit, and I just blew the corner, I guess, and put it out there in the grass again. But luckily was able to get back to third place. It was a lot of fun racing with Jason Bridges. He was cooking his tires, trying to stay up there. I was just putting the pressure on, I guess, just enough, and he was pushing really hard. But he dang near got me there at the last lap, but I was able to hold on. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun up here for us as well, Wes. It was one of those things, like we've said to, all three of our competitors here tonight, and we said multiple times on the stream for sure, how excited I was to come to COTA. And, it definitely puts on this style of racing that, not a lot of, maybe the oval heads are used to. It's a lot of off camber, a lot of just on the knife's edge 24/7. You kind of got to think of it as like a Chicagoland or something like that, where you've kind of got to get the cart just right every time, or you're just going to be out of it. You're not going to be in the right groove. You're going to be slipping, sliding, in a sense. So it's just one of those tracks that I was very excited that when I saw COTA, I knew it was going to be action. I knew it was going to be seeing you guys go out here and just really put it to the absolute limit. And Wes, you were one of those guys that all night was having a lot of fun getting out there doing their best Tokyo Drift impersonation, but still to get back and come to that third place, big accomplishment for you, Wes. And man, if you've got any final thoughts from the race, shout outs, words for the Bluegrass fans, Wiggin fans, you're more than welcome to go ahead and throw them out there, and we'll let you get going here tonight.
Yeah, man, I live 2 hours from this track, so once I saw it was on the season, I had it circled. I really wanted to try to do good, and so I'm pretty happy with that. I feel like I did pretty good. I got to thank my teammates at Team Flex Motorsports. Like Bobby said, we had a pretty decent night. So we're definitely not going to hang our heads. I got to thank Jason with Bluegrass. He does just a phenomenal job with this league. All the guys in here are just quality guys. Um, I like racing with all of them. One day I'll get back up into that Cup Series. Thank you guys. Y'all do a great job with the broadcast. It's just fun to watch, even when you're not racing. Just to watch, it's just very entertaining. I got to thank my buddy Troy, my buddy James. They're always watching me. They're supporting me. So that's pretty cool of them. They don't get to do it. They just kind of live vicariously through me. So it's pretty cool. This is just a lot of fun, man. I got to thank my wife. She puts up with this too. So.
Yeah, Wes, it's always exciting to see one of the Bluegrass OGs get back on the podium, man. Put a whooping to these new boys that seem like they're going out there and just trying to make every race just be one of their races. So we got to get those Bluegrass guys that have been here for a little bit beating up on some of these new guys. And it's good to see you up here on the podium, and always a pleasure to have a word with you, Wes. But man, excited to see you pick up that podium here tonight through all the trials and tribulations, and just got to say big congratulations to you again, and we're excited to see what you got for us and the Bluegrass faithful next week.
Thanks, fellas. Hopefully be talking to y'all again.
Oh, yes, sir. Well, Wes, we hope you have a good night, buddy, and we'll be talking to you soon, I'm sure. All right, and that was that 88 of Wes Wiegand. Well, Chris, do you have any final words before we sign off here and send these fans on the road?
Yeah, just a big shout out to everybody out there on the Facebook, the YouTube chat. You know, we always say every night, you know, couldn't do it without you guys out there on that Facebook and YouTube. So really appreciate everybody that comes out, sits and watches these races with us, and you know, just has fun and you know, like sit and talk and everything with us. Big shout out to LNS Customs, ButtKicker. You know, the Kinder Performance and Rims One for being a sponsor, being here, helping us, you know, get all of this stuff going. And then, you know, hey, Jason Collins, all the guys at Bluegrass, you know, everybody that puts anything on, anybody that touches, you know, Bluegrass, anybody that's even a part of it, watching YouTube, doesn't matter. You guys are you know, make it what it is, and we couldn't do it without you guys. But hey, I can't wait for this truck series next week at Auto Club. That's one of my favorite tracks to watch. But hey, we've still got the Xfinity and the Cup tomorrow night and Wednesday night, same time, 9 o'clock. So hey, you know, Xfinity at Coda tomorrow night, that's gonna be fun.
Yes, sir. It will indeed be so much fun to see these Xfinity cars get around the circuit of America here, a circuit of the Americas here, excuse me, in the beautiful Austin, Texas. But other than that, I also have to say just a big shout out to all the Bluegrass guys, Bluegrass faithful, all the boys and girls, men and women back home that you know, support us and support what we do, not only on the broadcast but what we got going on here in the league. It's just awesome to have you fans around, and can't say thank you enough to you guys and girls at home. Other than that, I think this is going to be all from me and Chris up here in the Bluegrass booth, signing off saying thank you, good night, and we'll be seeing you tomorrow night, Xfinity at the Circuit of the Americas.